Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Seek Knowledge with Haniya. It's Haniya here. In today's video, we are going to complete the chapter 3 at table. If this video was helpful to you, then don't forget to like, comment and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get all the notifications of my videos. You are very kind, I murmured, but come in, he said quickly. Shut the door, and almost before I knew it, I was standing inside. I followed my host into the room and, taking the chair, warmed my frozen fingers at the fire. When the man invited him inside, he was quite shy and he said, "You are very kind," but he was going to stop him when he just quickly said that, "Come in," and he asked his wife to close the door, and he wasn't knowing he just lost his sense and he was standing inside. And then he followed his host into a room and he just took a chair, and as it was a cold night, he just warmed his fingers on the fire. "Dinner will soon be ready," said the old man. I bowed and he left the room. A minute after, I heard his and the old woman's voices, and I fancied a third. Before I had finished my inspection of the room, he turned and announced, "There will be 3 of us at dinner. We two and my son. I suppose you don't mind dining in the dark," he said abruptly. So his host says that the dinner will be ready soon. We will just serve the dinner. And then he bowed and left the room. And after a few minutes, he heard some, voice of talking of the man and the women. And he just heard a third voice too, but he was like not knowing who the person is. And then he just roamed around the room and saw it. And then the host came and announced that on the dinner there will be 3 people, we two and my son. "Not at all," I replied. So the man also says that, "I think you won't mind or feel bad in dining in the dark, having the dinner in the dark without any light." He said, "Not at all," I replied, hiding my surprise, "but really I am afraid I am intruding. If you allow me." He waved his huge hands. "It's seldom we have company. My son's eyes are bad and he can't stand the light. Here is Anne." So the man said that, "I am not having any problem at all, but I am really afraid that I am just inviting myself. I am just getting into it without anyone's permission or invitation." And the man just waved his huge hands and he said that it's not like we get company often. We just get company a few times, and my son's eyes are bad. He is unable to stand light. He is unable to just stand in the light or just accept it, so that's why we will close the lights." The old woman entered and began to lay the cloth, while my host, taking a chair the other side of the fireplace, sat looking silently into the fire. The table set, the old woman placed 3 chairs and left the room. The old man rose from his chair, placed a large screen in front of the fire, and slowly extinguished the candles. So the woman named Anne just entered in the room, and then she just started to make the table ready for the dinner. And the man just sat on the other side of the fireplace and he just looked into it silently. Then the table was set and the lady just kept 3 chairs around it for all the 3 people who were going to lunch together. And then she left, and then the man rose from his chair. He just stood up and he placed a large screen, a board in front of the fireplace, and he just slowly blowed up the candles and made the room darker. "Blind man's holiday," he said, and groping his way to the door, opened it. Somebody came back into the room with him and took a seat at the table. The strangest voice I have ever heard broke the silence. So the host just said that it's a blind man's holiday, and he just felt the walls from his hand and made his way to the door and just opened it, and somebody came back with him and he just sat at the table. And he heard the strangest voice, the voice of the third person was a bit different. So he just spoke and broke the silence, no one was talking, and then that voice came and broke the silence. "A cold night," it said slowly. "Yes," I replied. It was somewhat difficult eating in the dark, and it was obvious from the behavior of my invisible companions that they were not used to dining under such circumstances as I was. We ate in silence until the old woman came into the room with some sweets. So the third man just said that it's a cold night. He said it slowly, and then the man replied, "Yes, it is." And it was difficult for him to eat in the dark because his companions were not used to dine, like eat under the circumstances, like in light, as he used to do. And then the lady came into the room and brought some sweets with her. "Are you a stranger here?" inquired the curious voice again. I replied in the affirmative, and murmured something about being lucky and stumbling upon such a good dinner. There was something so strange about the whole business. I could see a pair of wild eyes shining like a cat's. With a growing sense of uneasiness, I pushed my chair back. It caught the rug, and in my efforts to disentangle it, the screen in front of the fire fell over with a crash. In the flickering light of the fire, I saw the face of the creature opposite, man or beast. Which was it? In the mere red glow of the fire, the face looked more devilish than before. So, as the man was feeling uneasy, he was feeling uncomfortable, he just pushed the chair back, and then it just, tangled with the rug. It just got into the rug, and then he just tried to untangle it, like take it out or free it, you can say. And in this way, the screen just fell down by him by mistake, and in the light of the fire, like the light just flashed over the face of the third man, and he looked like more scary than before, as he was only able to see a pair of wild eyes, but now the face was looking more devilish and more scary right now. "I beg your pardon," said I, "but I have accidentally overturned the screen. Allow me to replace it." "No," said the old man gently. "Let it be. We have had enough of the dark. I will give you a light." So the man said sorry to them, and he said that I have mistakenly just overturned, or you can say the screen mistakenly fall down by me. Just allow me to keep it back. And the man said, and his host said that no, there's no need to do it. We have stayed enough in the dark, and now I will give you a light. Like I will let you come into the light. He struck a match and slowly lit the candles. Then I saw that the man opposite had a gaunt, weird face with only one eye. "My son was injured some years ago in a burning house," said the old man. "Since then we have lived a very retired life." So the old man just lighted up the candles, and the man saw the face of the third person, who was the son of the host, and he had a thin and bony weird face with only one eye. And the host said that my son got injured a few years ago in a burning house. He got injured. Since then we have lived a retired life, means they lived without meeting anyone a lot. "When you came to the door, his voice trembled. I thought," said the son, "that it would be better for me to not come to the dinner table, but it happens to be my birthday, and my father would not hear of my dining alone. So we hit upon this foolish plan of dining in the dark. I'm sorry I startled you." So the host says now that when you came to the door, and he just stopped, like his voice was trembling, he was unable to say a lot. Then the son said that I thought that I should stay in my room and eat alone, but it is my birthday today, so my dad didn't wanted me to eat alone, and so that's why we just thought of this plan of dining in the dark. And he also says sorry to the man for scaring him. "I am sorry," said I, as I reached across the table and gripped his hand, "that I am such a fool. But it was only in the dark that you startled me." So now the man just goes towards the boy who was just injured in the dark, and he says that "I'm sorry, I was a fool, that I was like only scared in the dark from seeing your face, because he just saw two wild eyes which scared him a lot." "We never see a friend," said the old man apologetically, "and the temptation to have company was too much for us. Besides, I don't know what else you could have done. We were soon as merry a party as I have never seen." The night passed by rapidly. We could hardly believe our ears when, during a lull in the conversation, the clock in the hall struck 12. "A last toast before we retire," said my host. The old man rose and gazed proudly at his disfigured son. "To the health of the children my boy saved," said he. So the old man just says, like in a in an apologizing manner, that we never see a friend, and we wanted to have a company of someone, of a guest, and on the other hand we were scared that what will you do after seeing my son's face. And then the dinner just became into a party, and they were unable to believe that because of the silence in the conversation, it had been so long that it was midnight time. And then the old man said that a last toast before we retire, a last toast before we just end this dinner, he said. And then he rose and looked at his son proudly and said, "To the health of the children my boy saved," he said. So we find out that the face of the boy is disfigured because he saved some children in a burning house. This chapter ends here. In my upcoming video, I will be posting the exercises of this chapter. If you got help from this video, then don't forget to like, comment and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get all the notifications of my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.